photographers and amateur photographers.
People who like to take pictures of fangs.
Photographers.
Instagrammers.
Photographers.
Boss Battle Buddies.
What do we have today? We are going to go over a couple of different products.
And honestly, I didn't even know these existed until like 2 weeks ago, so I'm super excited.
New Year's Eve, 2015.
Yep.
Adam Ronan shows up at TJ Combo's house and says, "Look at this, let's take some pictures."
I was like, what is it?
And I said, "This is a lens. What goes on your phone?"
And I was like, huh?
And then I said, "Observe. You can just take it, and you stick it, and then you take some pictures
with it." What?
Craig.
And I was like, all right, well, let me see. And the first one we took was a fisheye, if I'm not mistaken. And I was like,
hard for me to recall a lot of what happened that night.
It was early in the night. But that was the first time that I actually discovered that these things even exist as a more of a new iPhone purchase myself.
Sure.
Right?
So and of course, by product, I mean, this is the Olloclip.
Right.
Now, I came to know about Olloclip because on Instagram, every so often there's a ad that'll scroll up.
Okay.
And it was a thing for this. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. And I looked at it, and I went to their website, and I was like, that's super sick. We could probably do some stuff with that. Picked one of these bad boys up. $79.99. This retails for. And then
I was slightly inspired by this because I was like, these are so cool. So I started to look them up, and he told me they're around $80 or whatever. And while I was doing some investigative research, cruising through the old Amazon, I came across this little gem from King Moz. And King Moz was $6. And I was like, you know what it sounds like to me? It sounds like we need to make a shootout video.
Sounds like a comparison dime.
Absolutely, because I was like, $6? That's
Could I be any more obnoxious?
So we've got $6, which you're thinking would probably suck when you imagine 6 compared to $80. Like, quality's got to be garbage. Not quite the case.
Not quite the case indeed.
Yeah.
So, first of all, let's talk about how do they go on your phone.
They're definitely different design. Olloclip is slick.
Olloclip is slick indeed.
Yeah.
So, first and foremost, Olloclip is iPhone only.
Right.
So it just slips on. 6 or 6 Plus, or if you've got older iPhones, they make them for that too. This happens to be the 6S Plus. You just slip it on, and then one goes over your rear camera, and then one over the front-facing camera. This particular lens, they make several lenses. This particular one is their 4-in-1 lens, which means you got the wide angle, you have the fisheye, which is our personal favorite, and then 2 versions of the macro. You got a 15 times macro and a 10 times macro.
Yep.
So 4-in-1. And Tim has...
Now, the King Moz version is a little bit different. This is not actually specific to any phone. This guy just clips on to the actual camera, and you have to switch it if you want to do front-facing or if you want to do rear-facing. But it just kind of goes on like so. You take your picture, you're ready to go.
There it is.
This one only comes with 3 lenses, however. This one comes with a macro, a wide angle, and then the fisheye as well. So you get one more lens over there, and you get some cool clips and some other features.
You do get lots with all the clips.
This guy is super stripped out. I mean, you're getting the lens, the clip, and this janky marble sack.
No marbles, though, is the
There's
thing.
no marbles in there.
King Moz has lost all those marbles.
Yep.
Go!
Now this one, actually the sack is actually a benefit. We were looking at this and
The sack has always been
but for like you Oakley wearers out there, this looks like this is actually used to clean the lens as well.
Yeah, you could.
I would never rub this on any camera lens, ever.
I wouldn't rub it on anything.
No, I would definitely not.
No! Okay. So we've taken several comparison photos of each lenses, and something blew my mind. The quality on this is fantastic. Okay, fisheye, macro, whatever you want to take, whatever the feature is, they're great.
Seriously,
pictures.
cool pictures come out of this.
Yes, they look really good, especially for iPhone. But you can't make that argument anymore because phones these days come with seriously great cameras.
Right.
So
2 of the best, right?
It is what it is.
So,
but when we tried out the King Moz $6 camera lenses, the photos were equally as good.
right, and that's what kind of shocked us because I was like, "There's no way that this thing can even take anywhere near the same realm of quality that this guy can." $80. These were 6, probably sent from China. Who knows? But they turned out fantastic. And I started taking these pictures.
A 7-year-old probably put this together in some sort of sweatshop.
Oh, absolutely.
And
he's tiny little hands were working very hard to make sure that I could take cool pictures of my cheeseburger.
I just wish I had some food.
Just so that we could get back and I'm gonna take some pictures of this food, and then I'm gonna throw it away.
Yep.
So this guy, I think there's a couple million brands of these. Okay, this is not an isolated product. You search like, your phone camera lens add-ons on Amazon, and it's just pages of stuff, all kinds of different prices. Most of them tell you what they're compatible with, but if they have the clip, there's really not a whole lot of reason it shouldn't be compatible with anything. I also tested this one on a new Samsung Galaxy phone, and it worked great as well. So there's no difference.
That's the difference here, because this is specifically iPhones.
Right.
Any phone.
Now, this guy does say in its reviews that it works with your OtterBox case. And I'm not saying that they're wrong, but I'm also not saying that they're right. And I want to talk about that a little bit, because when you have an OtterBox case, they're substantially thicker than your standard non-cased phone. So when you put this on and you have a little gap between your lens, it is going to affect the picture quality just slightly. So take the case off, you'll get a higher quality picture. And that's going to go for any of these, but it also depends on the camera too, because the Samsung Galaxy has a very open space around its camera, so this actually clips on better onto the Galaxy with an OtterBox than it does with the iPhone.
Interesting.
Yep.
Interesting.
Now, these are also usable for everybody, all ages, right? Now, like let's say Mom and Pa got this $80 edition that's super cool. I am not giving an $80 thing to a kid to have him lose that.
I feel almost like as I'm screwing this off to. Also, what's cool about this is you unscrew to get to your macro. Same with that, actually.
Right. Yeah.
But as I'm doing it, I feel like I'm holding like a gem from Krypton or something. I'm like, oh, I don't want to. It's just like, oh.
Exactly. Yeah. I don't want to scratch it. I don't want to get dirty. I don't want to get it messed up. But kids got some iPhones or whatever. Like iPhone 5. You could buy them something like this for $6, and they're gonna take some super cool pictures.
Yeah. Totally.
Yeah.
And if you're a budding photographer and you want to get into photography, and maybe you're not looking to want to spend $700-800 on a DSLR, but you want to use what you have on your phone. Right. This is a perfect starter. Let's see what I can do, and then maybe upgrade to an Olloclip, then maybe upgrade to a DSLR, then maybe you sell your photos for a couple thousand.
Some of the pictures I took are some of the favorite pictures I've ever seen. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna toot my own horn.
Toot it.
I was like,
toot. I'm gonna beep, beep. I can't remember the lyrics because we don't own the rights.
We don't own the rights. We'll skip that part. But I'm not kidding though. Like some of the pictures I took, I put them in through a couple different apps and I edited them up a little bit. I had a little blur. You changed the color around. You add a filter, and all of a sudden I'm like, wow, that's
a $6 photo.
Cool. That's a $6 photo.
Which looks just as good as my $80 photos.
Right. Now, in conclusion, like you got money. What are you gonna buy? Okay, would you say that one of these outweighs the other substantially enough that you had to get this one, or you had to get this one, or like what's the scenario where this exists?
The scenario is
because they both took great pictures,
and that's really what it comes down to. Is you want a lens that's gonna take great pictures. That's what you're getting a lens for. Feature-wise, over here with your little knickknacks, your little paddywhacks, your little give a dog a bones,
and convenience.
Convenience.
Sure, yeah.
This is top notch. This is worth the $80, I think. But if you just want bare bones, slap it on, take some great pictures. Right. This is totally fine. And not just particularly this brand. I'm pretty sure, even though we didn't test any of the other ones, that all the other comparable brands will work just good.
And it's Amazon. If you got something that wasn't exactly this brand and it took a crappy picture, just send it back and have them send you one of these. Not a big difference. But these are technology that I was completely oblivious to. And now I'm like, I think everybody should have one of these in their arsenal, because cell phone cameras are good enough to take pro quality pics. Why not make them even a little bit better?
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right, Timmy TJ Combo. And you know what I would enjoy? Is if they tweeted us those pictures that they take.
Oh, that'd be super cool.
Wouldn't that be cool?
And they can also see some of the pictures that we have taken.
Yes.
If they followed us. They're in there.
That's right. And with that, I say to you, my young photographers,
I'm just going to take a picture.
I'm just going to take a picture of you taking a picture. With this.
Me taking a picture of you?
Boom. Boom. That's a $1,000 picture right there.
Going on the Twitters.
Boom. Boom.
Going on the Twitters.
Boom. There. We'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.
Bye, Boss Battle Buddies.
Peace.
That's the sound of one hand clapping. That's the sound of one hand clapping.
No, this is the sound of one hand clapping.